Welcome back. Honestly, I'm quite scared to see any more after what we've been witness to. So far, Jujutsu Kaisen has been nothing if not shocking, having certain characters which I thought were safe be ripped apart so easily, and others which I kind of knew were in danger be used as nothing but a stepping stone for more suffering from little boy Yuji. Still, now we've got Big Brother Dodo. Maybe something can go well for once. Mojito has been nothing if not the difficult opponent, and these past few episodes have sure shown it. Some fancy animation has been on display though, and I don't want that being detracted from. I did see I was told about the animation sequence for Toro in the previous episode, one part of it being basically a single venture by a 16, 17-year-old. Excuse me? That was damn well animated. I hope there's more of that. They have some talent over there. They need to be shown it. They need to be appreciated. But let's see some more Jujutsu Kaisen. And on top of everything, having just the normal night scene, billboards, prices, and the like of the city. Knowing that life can be so normal compared to all of this shit. It's slimy. Do you really want to be standing on all of that? I wonder how true that statement would be. And with a small look to say that they are ready. I mean, to get Slugman, but you cannot take that seriously. To get away from sustaining any proper damage, he is really having fun with the whole transmutation. An amalgamation. Oh, we're getting a fusion. We're a homunculus of souls. And at what point is he going to really understand Toro's disorientating technique? Did the clothes just swap? He was just punching someone with the usual garb, and now he's attacking one of the goat legs. Miscalculating a bit there. Pinballing through the rooms. I need some more coat hangers. That did remind me. Cursed energy infused coat hanger. Not something I'd expected to see this one. We caved the face in, for one. Is it time to just stick around and... But does he have time to just stick around thinking about this rather than getting back to the battle? Well, now he knows it only takes a single blow. I mean, it's probably a kindness to end them as quickly as possible. But from what we thought was a dual battle, Itadori and Toro together. Not quite. They've been separated and split apart, much like Mahito in his way of fighting. Didn't expect the eye stalks. Quite so soon, at least. The snail slug-like version of him. How hard would it be to continuously morph and make use of the environment and situation that he is in while fighting like this? Or was it more just intrinsic, like he can move his body like it without having to think about it? Still as destroyed as last time with that scene of the city. Don't think it's going to get any better. Ah, rejoined. Groundworms. We've got some tremors. But after his talk, after his rebirth, after the depressive episode he had just a while ago, how much fight does Yuji have in him right now? Or hatred towards Mahito? Finally, signage is good for something. Now he's Tarzan Vine surfing his way towards him. What a bastard. It's hard to hate him. He's just having so much fun. Huh? Is he back on his feet or Todo? I mean, not only could you not take him down with two of them, you didn't really slow him down with two of them. So he's got to try and make sure not to get anywhere near Sukuna, but still. Learning from the best. And yet, even for a nanosecond, where Yuji can just dash in. I like the moment of pause that we can have for the narrator to really catch us up on it. So in that fraction of a second that he took to defend himself, or I take it I'm safe? I like the look. It's like, really? I mean, I'll give you the props for getting this far. He'll stay out of it for the time being. Oh, fuck. Okay. As soon as part of him got caught in it, severing his hand with that ease, is he going to be more upset about losing the necklace there? Mm-hmm. However, he's not going for technique or anything, just black flash straight to the abs. He's got some battle acumen, the boy. I mean, he can clap other things. Wonder if that'll work. The last strand. Yeah, fair. Just what? Transformation sequence. Idle power. That's all we really need to see. The one way to really get him buffed up to the extreme. We've seen that he is a bit of an idle maniac, so he clapped with him to activate it. So he didn't have time to really activate the transformation shit, but still got him good. Now, after the brightness of that section giving way to the silence and the footsteps, oh crap. The chrysalis has almost emerged. It's birthed. A Resident Evil monster. To immediately give way to this instead. Wonder if we need to get him a present. So he was already having trouble against him before, and now this transformation, this rebirth. A journey of self-discovery. He's always learning, growing. But is it imperfect, incomplete right now? That's a nice frame. No real hesitation. The mirror, as it was foresaw before, really come into play there, imitating each other's footsteps. Metal plated. Kind of like what we had against Choso. But after that battle, is he going to find a way to how to break through those kind of defenses? You got caught by it. And that's some interesting moves. The run in there looked kind of funky. Anytime there's anything even going slightly close to an eye, I'm tensing already. Ooh. Did that rip his cheek open? If we could see just jaw through that. There really is not much left of this city, is there? At least the water seems kind of clear. Don't know why it would be from that pipe. There's no sorcerer who can unleash it at will. Was that Sukuna getting involved there, or was his leg just actually not responding? Are they both suffering? Wake it up again. Tell it who's boss. And when you have kind of clear and unbridled purpose in a character, you know there's going to be interesting problems in front. Once again, we're getting in good with the use of shadows. And bouncing about, springboarding off of everything, waiting for his perfect chance to strike. Deflected. The fact he can turn it back in an instant, knows what's when and what to do for maximum effect. But remember his, delayed strike. Yeah. In fact, he pulled back for a second. He doesn't need his hand to clap. Predicting it. But thanks to giving him that moment of pause, the, tricked you. That's all he really needed. And getting a proper shonen feel-good black scratch lines, you know it's going well. And when the environment turns into just blocks and cubes as well. But as the tables truly turned, is Mojito going to feel sorry about creating a monster that is usually by provoking him this much? Oh, Christ. With him accepting how like they truly are and their ways of going about things. I think the fact that there is no hint of anger in it, it is just a plain statement. Acting on instinct, his instinct is to annihilate her. It is the rule of nature. Yuji's role in this is just to kill curses. Not sure why the snow. The rabbits running with him? Is it just because like the roles of predator and prey have completely switched? And when it can't run any longer, it's when he comes down for the strike. I do love the duality in some of these shots. It's the same bit we're getting from before, but so much more meaning. Is he ready to accept his fate here? Ah? I think he's lost the basic lexicon there. Are they just rocks and pebbles? Oh, mud. With a rock in one of them. No handle on the basic lexicon, resorted down into just incoherent rambling and sounds of fear. Not where I expected this episode to go. He really is on the edge. Ah. Knows how to really spoil a good thing, doesn't he? It did almost seem cruel the way that he was suffering just then. Perfect. But whether or not he does actually get saved throughout this, will Mahito be able to look back on some of his actions a little differently? Is Toto going to have to retire from being a sorcerer if his boogie woogie clap relocation is now off the menu? At least his idol power is still as strong as ever. That was so stupidly in character for him, entirely in his imagination. I don't know what to think. But now with Geto on the scene, or fake Geto. This episode, Jesus Christ. Toro's transformation sequence was elegant, if nothing else. His fascination with idols and the like really taking a stranglehold on everything. Bursting through any sort of limitations. We saw him do the Black Flash before, and now I don't know even what you'd call this. But his pendant meaning the most to him. The scene of him, really kind of hits differently once you know that it is the idol and Yuji in there. Maybe it's completely to be expected. Mahito taking the stance against Sukuna there. So, this okay? Really making it interesting. If he wasn't so brash and childish and always eager to one-up or pick a fight, I'm sure he could have risen to huge ranks. Maybe not to the same level as Sukuna, but still up there. But the rabbit and the wolves, the chase completely flipping on his head. We are now in the final moments of Mahito's struggle. But of course, and then Geto just comes along and says, do you want me to save you? I don't think the whole help out is really going to be quite what he thinks, though. I think it's going to be of his own good intentions. Also, what about Mei and Yui? Didn't they come against Geto earlier? Or fake Geto? The whole transformation sequence for Mahito, where he's like, oh, this is the true shape of my soul, burst forth into some Akira level flesh lump. Just to rein everything into his more refined self. That was cool. And just like Mahito's transformation into something much more streamlined and dangerous, Yuji went through his own, looking a lot more cold and disparate. Kind of like Sukuna. Some of the faces that he pulled there. I think that the team up between Toro and Yuji was well executed. Clap or no clap, there's always going to be some plan there when they're fighting together. Much like Nanami or anyone else that really kind of has spurred him on, Toro giving that last burst of confidence that Yuji needed to take things on from here. Nice to see, even if it did leave him a little underhanded. And God, I can't believe I put it off for so long, but I stalk little slug boy Mahito, very much reminiscent of Parasite or something. Why? I mean, we know he likes having fun, twisting off his head to avoid any direct impact, sure, but the little completely unnecessary, especially the little face it had. This episode was kind of what we needed. We needed that comeuppance of Mahito. We needed Yuji to break through and be able to punish him. But breaking him to the point where he's babbling like a toddler, that was almost painful to watch. Somewhat cathartic, seeing after all the damage that he has caused, but still. It was only a matter of time before something happened there. Still. Always circling back to the winter landscape. The hare and the wolf. Predator, prey. Nothing but the howling gales and a wounded leg. I don't know where it's going from here now that Geto's back on the scene, that he's stepping out in front of Yuji. Yuji definitely needs a rest after everything that he's been through recently. There's no time for a snack break or anything for him. To get his cheek looked at as well. But that's all for next time, something we can worry about then. Whether or not I'll actually be okay by then is another thing. Maybe I'll have my own little schizophrenic sequence where I believe that I would look so cute in a sailor's outfit. You can imagine that by yourself though, so for now, if you enjoyed, let me know. Leave a like and a comment down below. Consider subscribing if you want to watch more. Join to my Discord if there's something else you want to mention or talk about. But for now, give yourselves a bit of a break and a rest. And I'll see you for the next one. If you want to be in the centre of the pendant of affection that is my channel, consider joining onto my Patreon. Help support the channel a little bit longer, keep it going, keep me safe, and with or without the delusion of the transformation sequence. For I do need to thank Noku, Sal, Groyville, Ruben Filamawa, Guado, Kite, Raywin, Lightwizard91, Shiwan, Tori Jane, and everyone else. Because if it wasn't for you, I'd just be sitting here in a dress alone.